Okay, let me start over. All right, people. Hey, we back at it. Mike was muted, but guess what? It's undisputed. Don't worry about it. Let's get it. All right. Hey, big weekend this week. Big weekend this week. All right. We got a whole lot we got to cover this week, baby. Whole lot. And guess what? We in it to win it today. Because guess what?
That,
No matter what, we the big dogs in town. Show them the chain, Meech. Show them
there
the
it
chain. Big
is.
dogs in town. You
They
know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
get done.
You know what I'm saying? That's right. We got to get it done this week. I'm gonna tell you why we got to get it done this week. The reason why we got to get it done this week is because this game amongst the NFC East is by far one of the most important games of the season. This
Yeah.
right here controls the destiny of the East.
Oh yeah.
Good thing for us, we're playing at home this weekend. You know what I'm saying? We got for all those out there, for all 2,000 people, Meech's 3,000 people. I'm sorry, Meech is gonna be out there. Gotti's gonna be out there. Barga's gonna be out there. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? We got to represent the home team. That's just what it is. We got to represent it. Yo, Sports Life and Chill, what's good? Hey, I've been on a small hiatus, but hey, we back at it. We back live, and we gonna get it done. Yeah, that's right. And you know what? Because I see that, I already know who said it. What's up, Wise? What's going on, man? I know it's you out there. It's either you or Gina. It's one of the two. But yeah, man, like I said, we out here today. Hey, we got to get this dub this week. Oh, Gina V in the house. Okay, what's up, Gina? Let's get busy. All right. So it's a couple things we got to talk about this weekend. We got to talk about a few things. We got a couple topics. So, without that being said, before we get into it, let's go ahead and subscribe. Turn those notifications on. Turn all of them on. That way you get updated videos of what's going on the Regal Eagle, to include Sports Life and Chill. If you don't see it in the hashtags, go ahead and go to Sports Life and Chill. That's another sports podcast I'm on. Sports Life and Chill, dope. You got plenty of people over there. You know what I'm saying? More Everyone over there is cool. No houses, no worries. And guess what? We represent everything. We talk about everything: basketballs, baseball, football. Talk about it all. So again, subscribe to our channel, subscribe to the other channel, and let's get it popping. All right. So with that being said, without further ado, Michi, let's get it popping. Today's topic is coming from my main man, Meech, and guess what? We're gonna get it in. All right. So first one on the docket. What's the one thing you're worried about when it comes to the Eagles, and what do you feel highly about when it comes to this game? Michi, since this is your question, I'm gonna let you uh, start it off first.
So the main thing that I have, I know we'll come out victorious in the end. You know what I mean? But it's the whole season. I feel like we've been playing a lot of chase ball. You know what I mean? We
Hmm.
had the slow starts, and we've had to modify our offensive scheme. Throughout the year, the entire year, playing catch up to these teams that we were. Better than. I mean, overall, all statistical categories, we were better than. But it doesn't seem like that. If you tune in the beginning of the game, the first few drives, it seems like we're a mediocre team because of how
Right.
we've been. So I would say that that's the biggest thing with the Cowboys, because they are an offensive minded team. They are able to put up points. You know what I mean, against other teams. Granted, some of the teams they've played, have been crap, and so they've been playing, good ball against those. But they are a team. I mean, we can't be naive. They can't put up points when needed to win some games. So I don't want us to get in a situation where we're playing, behind the whole game and just struggling to catch up.
Right. I feel you. I feel you 100% on that. And because it's a proven fact, and it's documented. All you gotta do is look at the numbers. Dak does not play well from behind. He throws more
Right.
interceptions playing from behind. You know what I'm saying? He makes erratic decisions playing from behind. So I feel like it's imperative for us to get up first, even if we get the ball first. Okay, cool. Let's run down the field, score, and then guess what? Now he's playing from behind immediately, and we
Yeah.
already know, especially crunch time, Dak or Dak will Romo, and he will throw that pick. Just trust and believe it's going to happen. And guess what? And if it does, good. If it doesn't, well, guess what? Hopefully, we should be in a position to where we shouldn't have to worry about him coming back and scoring. It should be a two score game by that time.
Yeah.
So me personally, I'd like to run it down a neck, treat him like we treated him last time, treat that game the same way we treated Tyreek, shut him down, shut down all the receivers for the most part. But my biggest concern when it comes to our Eagles, again, I'm not going to say it's a secondary. I'm not going to necessarily say it's that. I'm going to say it's staying disciplined within our secondary because now that we picked up Bird and all that, like I feel like our secondary has definitely had a jump start when it come to him because
Yep.
the past 1 or 2 games, Bradbury has been getting looked at, and targeted a couple of times, along with penalties. But I feel like if our secondary can stay disciplined and make them play fundamentally sound football and make Dak beat us with his arm, which is proven that he cannot do, I think fine. I think we should run the score up, and I hope we run the score up. That way, it takes all the breath out of Dak. It takes the breath out of the Cowboys. The fans, with like I said, with you, Gotti, and Vargas, all y'all being there. Guess what? Rock the house, make it go down, and guess what? We should come out victorious, which I feel like we're going to anyway, especially playing at home with a game of this magnitude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, Sports Ivan Chill says, I hope he throws 3 interceptions. I hope he throw 13 interceptions, as far as I'm concerned. I hope he meets his whole last year's match with us on Sunday. Man, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna be down. Hey, shout out to Rocky Mountain Pizza too, down in off 10th Street down in downtown Atlanta. Big Eagle Sports Bar. They get it popping down there. And for those who don't know, I was trying to get some Cowboys fans on here, but for some reason they were scarce, just like the cockroaches they are. You know what I'm saying? So I'm quite sure, God forbid, something happens and it turns out other than the way I feel like it's gonna be, they're gonna come out the woodwork somehow with someone to get on a podcast. But again, I put it out on Facebook and I put it out on Instagram. So don't come to me talking about you trying to get on. And guess what? If you do, come on. If you're gonna be on during the wins, be on during the losses too. So guess what? When y'all lose, go ahead and come on out. We love to talk to you. Trust me, we love to talk to you. All right. So all right. So again, me, like I said, I just feel like just making them play sound discipline on uh sound disciplined, our quarterbacks playing sound discipline, making them throw the ball in front of us and just making clean tackles, preventing the third downs. I look for them to be like third and long, but I feel like we struggle on third and longs. Like the past 2 games, it's been like third and like 6, third and 7, third and 6, third and 8, third, like golly, like why can't we just stay above the count when it comes to first and second downs, man? Like what is the problem with that, Meeks? What do you think?
I don't. I'm not really sure, man. Other than just the rhythm, and I don't, the play selection that they've been having. I think that they've been calling the wrong plays, or if they are calling the wrong plays, we just not executing like it's supposed to be done. So that's why we find ourselves in that predicament. And like I said, it's just especially the first half of the game, and we're just playing a lot of catch up ball.
Yeah,
And
it's like,
look at the last game, we were 4 for 4 on fourth downs, and that's good that we're able to get ourselves out of that, that scramble. But it's not good, from an offensive perspective. Our guys are tired and all of this stuff, and so it's just not good football.
right. It's like we shouldn't have to be in a fourth down position all the time. Like I don't know what's getting into our offensive coordinator, but brother, this game you need to call every good play you got. Because we all know, like I will be the first to say, the Cowboys they do have a good team, and I hate
Yeah,
to say it, but it ain't the team that I just don't like the fans, and that's a true statement. I just don't like the fans. So
always.
just don't give them any firepower to make the game close. Like every single play that you call should be something that our offense is very familiar with, Jalen is very comfortable with, and our receivers are very comfortable with. Even our running backs. You know what I'm saying, if the offensive line can block, guess what? That just gives Swift and Gainwell more time to maneuver in the backfield and punch through the line. But I'm just like, God, like for the past almost 3 weeks, it's like playing catch up, and we cannot afford to play catch up with them boys. Like we just can't do it, no matter what, no matter how people say it, we just can't do it. All right, so we're gonna be enough with that. Because I feel like at this point, we're just beating a dead horse when it comes to that. All right, so how will our offensive line match up with the Dallas's defense? All right, so we all know Dallas has a very good defense. What I'm saying. You got Michael Parsons on one side, the rest of them boys on the other side. But I feel like if we can neutralize Michael Parsons and if our offensive line, Lane Johnson, please don't get hurt this game. You know what I'm saying? Don't get injured this game, please. But if we can If we can neutralize him and make him be more of a linebacker per se, and not and give Jalen time to throw, I feel like we'll be fine. But he's the key. Keeping Michael Parsons disciplined, making him play sound, he's the key. If the second that man starts to get off, if he does, which I don't think he will, but if he does, that's going to be our Achilles heel, because then the rest of the defense is going to feed off that and make sure that they start making a whole lot of noise. Oh my goodness, man! Look here. See, I knew they was coming out the woodworks. I knew these cockroaches was coming out the woodworks. I knew it. So Leslie, here we go. Talking about like your confidence. So I'm just letting y'all know. Leslie, first of all, respect my cousin Brian, but then again, I don't know how you picked this one, but whatever. I love you, Brian. But hey, man, look, Leslie, she's a diehard Dallas fan. She been in my DMs for the past couple weeks. I'm like, yeah, just wait for so and so, just waiting for so and so. I wish you'd have got your ass on here and been able to talk, say what you got to say, because I'd love to hear what you got to say. But again, confidence, it's not confidence. It's knowing what's going to happen. It's as simple as that, Leslie. So you can say what you want, but we all know what's going to happen. It's too easy. All right, go ahead, Meech. What you got?
I wanted to say that the main thing, I think I agree with what you said. You know what I mean? Lane Johnson, Kelsey continue not to give up any sacks. But Lane's going to really have to do his thing because, I mean, we can't pretend like, Michael Parsons isn't Michael Parsons. We can't pretend that he's not that guy for the Dallas defense. So the main thing is giving Jalen, enough time in the pocket to be able to do what he needs to do and minimize the scrambling because I'm pretty sure he's still nursing that knee injury. I don't know how bad it is. They haven't really put it out. So I'm
Mhm.
hoping they were able to, afford him enough time to be able to make the decisions, do whatever checkdowns he need to do in the pocket, make the right plays, make the right throws, the right reads, and, hand it off however he needs to do so he's not scrambling as much to aggravate the injury anymore before we go into the bye week.
Right. Because just like you said, making the right reads, like that's gonna be imperative, mainly because they got some good corners. As simple as that. They got to get open.
They got,
What you gotta do, you gotta fight through that, but you gotta get open. Say
they got
what?
some corners and Jalen has also, man, he's made a couple bad reads, man, that we have to put totally on him. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I'm just hoping,
indeed.
yeah, I'm hoping that the rhythm of the offensive line, you know what I mean, they're doing their thing and holding it down just enough so he don't have to scramble as a first option. You know what I mean? If he has to scramble, he does his reads, does his check downs, or they have a design play for him to, to scramble, then so be it. But I'm hoping that that's not the first option.
But you know what though? I feel like because they know there's an issue with his knee, I feel like they want him to scramble. I
Yeah,
feel like they're gonna push him to his non-throw inside. You know what I'm saying? And make him scramble. I
right.
feel like they're gonna try that because they know there's an issue with his knee. Just like we know is an issue with his knee, but at the same time, I feel like if they do that, if they make him scramble, they're opening up lanes for us because you already know the second quarterback starts scrambling, guess what? Now everyone's ad libbing. Everyone's so you don't know what route these cats can be running, and
Right,
it's much easier to get open at that point in time.
right,
So at that point they got to pick the poison, and we already know Dak is not good from the outside of the pocket.
right.
So guess what? Make his ass scramble. But again, it goes back to our secondary. If our secondary can hold up, we'll be fine. I personally, I want to see at the end of the game on our post game show, I want y'all to see Buck Bonanza. That's all I want. And you know who Buck Bonanza is. You met him once before.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Yeah. I want to see Buck Bonanza come on out of retirement. That's all I want to see.
yeah.
That's right, Leslie. If you still out there, Leslie, just know, hey, guess what? Since you want to chime in, go on ahead and chime in on the show so we can have you on the show. Since you want to get on there and throw all these little laugh emojis, okay, get on the show. I just please get on the show. Don't hide from it. Don't they always say like grandma say, don't run from this ass whooping. Take you over like a man there, boy. All right, so now we gotta talk about injuries. All right. So how will key injuries affect the game? How are they gonna affect the game? Go ahead, Mitch.
So obviously, man, you never want any injuries. but you should be able to, work around those injuries with your backup players at all times. But we all know that, key players or star players for a reason. Once those star players are taken out of the scheme of maneuver, then you have a little disruption as far as the timing, as far as the play calling, the leaders of the offense or defense that you have. So we have a few injuries that are being reported, that are still held over from the last week, and hopefully they shouldn't affect us too much, because of where they're at. We have people, we saw last week that the defense was able to hold themselves together and do what they needed to do. So hopefully the injuries won't be too imposing on us on this week, and we're able to overcome them.
You got the injury reports up or no? I don't
I
have it
don't.
up on me.
Yeah, man. Let me.
Yeah, so I'd like to know who's injured on the Cowboys. I'm just curious to know because I don't know. You know, I could, to be honest, I could care less. I would like everybody 100% healthy. So it ain't no excuses.
No excuses.
Ain't no
No
excuses.
excuses. Because that'll be the first thing, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
and
just like Skip said last year, what I'm saying? He was talking about, yeah, but Dallas came in and they put 40 on Skip. Come on, Skip. 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 Come on, Skip. Look here, man. Skip, look, Skip. We already had the number 1 seed. There was no reason for us to play any of our starters. We
right,
already secured it. You think that would be a stupid move to go out there and put your number 1 guys in on a game that's meaningless to you? You already got the number 1 seed. Come
right.
on, Skip. Come on now, Skip. Goodness gracious. But he talked about, oh, they put 40 on them boys. They put 40. So what? Who cares?
Skill.
You put 40 on the second string squad. Like, you happy with that? Like, you okay? Like, if all that makes your boat float. Well, go ahead. Appreciate
Right.
it. You got it up though? The injury report or no?
I don't have it up.
All right. Well, no big deal. Like I said, I want everybody to be 100% healthy anyway.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't matter to me. If we can beat them healthy, beat them all down, beat them to death. I don't care as long as we beat them. Because guess what? If so, just understand. And I'm calling out governments. Emmanuel Flagler, I'm coming to see you. I'm coming to see you. Varnell, I'm coming to see you. And I want my 20. That's right. I want all Chris ones. Matter of fact, I want 20s and dimes. Go get them out of dimes so I can knock you across the head with them. That's right. I know. I'm just joking. I want a $20 bill straight out. I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like I'm not gonna have to give you no money, so it really don't even matter with you. But yeah, I want my money in 20s or ones, however you want to give it to me. I just want it. But yeah, sir. You got any bets on the game?
Wait.
Yeah.
No, I ain't got no best, man.
Man, please go get. Hey, it's free money, bro. It's free money. It's free. All you gotta do is give it to you. Just make the bet. It's free. Straight
I've
up,
never
it's free.
been a man, man.
Huh?
I've never been much of a gambling man myself.
All right. All right. All right. Okay. I'm quite sure you went in raw times. But anyway. But yeah, so okay. You want to tell these lies all you want. All right. Well, moving on. All right. How important is establishing our run game against their defense? Just like any other game, your run game is imperative throughout any game. But with this team, it's more imperative because or I feel it's more imperative and for these couple of reasons. For one, once we establish the run game and our run game gets popping and we're taking 5 and 6 yard chunks on first down, that will then, of course, make the defense come forward. You know what I'm saying? Make a secondary come forward. Once that happens, guess what? Now you open up the pass, just like any other day, just like any other game. Any other team out there, they do the same thing. However, in this situation, getting that run game going, getting it established, once it gets established and we're popping, the first thing that defense is going to do is start to panic. Why? We got the best defense. We got the best defense. Blah, blah. Our defense. So guess what? Now they're getting rattled. The second they get rattled, now they're on the sideline, huddling up, talking about what they need to be doing wrong, or talking about what they need to be doing, what they're doing wrong, so on and so forth. We need to tighten up. And guess what? Now hopefully we're going to the third quarter, still doing the same thing. But guess what? Jalen Hurts picking them apart on the pass. picking apart on the pass. You're going back, you're running the ball. Now it's like we can't stop him on each side of the ball. We just can't stop him. What is I'm gonna do? What is I'm gonna do? It's as simple as that. So at that point in time, like the run game has got to be one of the most important factors of this game. If you can establish that run game, for, I'm talking about us. If we can
Yeah.
do that, which I'm quite sure we will, with Swift coming out the backfield, everything will work out just fine. Now, again, I'm not going to say it's going to be an easy game. It's going to be a well fought out game, a well fought game between both sides,
Oh
offense
yeah.
and defense, on both sides of the ball. But I just do, I feel like home field advantage, our crowd, all that animosity, everything we got to do. Jalen's going to be confident. Jalen's going to be calm. He's going to pull it out. That's just the way I feel, honestly.
Absolutely, everything you said, man. And to include, it'll take the pressure off of, like we were talking about earlier, of him having to scramble, having to take those late hits and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because I feel that they're gonna test out that knee, see where he's at, come with a couple of late hits. I'm not saying nothing to draw any penalties or nothing like that, but you know when they come through and they do a little something just to show their presence is there. So I feel that'll cut down on that as well, man, and hopefully help with the timing of the offensive routes and all the stuff that Jalen has going on. So
Yeah. I absolutely agree. You know what I'm saying? Establishing the run game, pulling up, coming up, having their defensive line, you know, try to create a fatal funnel for our run. That's just going to open up the running lanes for Jalen. It's going to open up the passing lanes for everybody else. Bootlegs, RPO options. Yeah, all that stuff's just going to open up with them. But
right,
again, they do have a good defense. I'm not even going to
yeah,
hold you up. Like they do. And are they going to get a sack here and there? Yes, they're going to get one. I'm not a fool. They're going absolutely going to get some. If if the Jets got a couple, they're definitely going to get a couple. But when it's all said and done, are we going to come out victorious? Yes. And again, Leslie, you better have your ass on this podcast because I want you here. Rain, sleet, or snow, I want you here. All right. But, don't you like it would have been nice to have some Dallas Cowboys up here, what I'm saying, pleading their case because just like we talked about earlier, what I'm saying, they always talk about emotion. They
that,
they talk through their hearts
that's all
and
they
what
got.
and what. Go ahead.
That's all they got is emotions and feelings, man. They can't talk stats because you start to talk stats, then everything that the argument just falls apart. They get mad and cut it off, and all of a sudden, they cable don't work no more. Their internet goes down. We ain't got time for. We,
They end up breaking TVs, punching TVs. I'm serious, man. It don't make no sense. Matter of fact, watch. I'm gonna have Stephen A's favorite video pop up after the game. His favorite video. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Watch. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly, man. It's gonna be ugly. Straight up. And just trust, Buck Bonanza is coming on the post game interview. He's coming. Y'all gonna see him. Watch. And if you don't, it's because something went terribly wrong. But that's all right. You're gonna see him this season. You definitely gonna see him. Trust and believe you're gonna see him. All right. All right. Will AJ Brown have more or less than 24 yards receiving this week? Meech, what you think?
It's hard because, like I said, that Dallas isn't a mediocre team, man. They're not a mediocre team. They're going to do it, but I think that AJ Brown is going to, be AJ Brown. He's going to do AJ Brown type things, and I think he should come out with more than 125 yards this game
Think
to
so?
extend the streak. Yeah, I'm gonna put him over 125, right at or a little bit above 125.
Okay, so here's the deal. Here's what I think. I feel like he's gonna have 125, but it's gonna be a hard fought
Oh yeah,
125. And I'm
oh
gonna
yeah,
tell you, and the reason why I say it's gonna be a hard fought 125 is because you already know they're gonna double up on him. That
Ab-
goes without saying. So a lot of his yards, a lot of the yards that would normally go to him are probably gonna end up going to Vontae.
yeah.
So, but the times where they start to key in on Vontae, on plays that they feel like Vontae's gonna get the ball and they don't double team him, that's when he's gonna get his. So, like I said, it's gonna be a hard fought 125. He's gonna get it, I believe so. But it's if when he do, it's gonna be very close. But he's gonna get it. I feel
Yeah.
like he's gonna get it.
I would like in a perfect world, but I would like to have, all of them have breakout games and totally annihilate the Dallas defense. But Julio, man, I would want him to come, all the boys to come through and do something good and unexpected. You know what I mean?
Indeed,
Yeah.
indeed. You think Julio gonna get in this game?
I'm hoping so, man. I mean, it's been long enough. I'm pretty sure he has, basic, run routes and all of this stuff established. I mean, it's not like, he's a rookie receiver or anything. So, I mean, I'm hoping so.
Look, I think who's going to have two this game.
Yeah. You
Because
think?
me personally, I think they're going to forget about him. They're not going to take him as a threat. Now, mind you, he did get in last week.
Yeah.
And when he got in last week, my hand to God, you can ask my homeboy Tony D. When he got in there, I said it before the game. I said, "Oh, it's going to Julio." I said, "Come on, Julio, let's go." I said, "I'm calling out Julio. Who you calling out?" He was like, "Vontae." So okay, cool. Guess what? Julio jumps out. Everybody was going, Julio, Julio. We knew it. I called it. I
Yeah.
called it that game. Nick Sirianni heard me. He heard me, he heard me in his mind like, pull, pull Julio in, pull Julio in. He knew it. He just knew it, man. I ain't gonna lie, straight up. But yeah, like I said, I mean, 125 is definitely doable against these boys. I just hope he gets it. I hope he gets it like within like in the fourth quarter to make it, and he, extremely broke the record over Dallas over, that way we got some more to talk about. And see when he got some more the juice to spread over over the chicken, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I want. I ain't gonna lie. All right, hey, is Gotti near you?
No, he went to go pick him up. Marcus, he went to go get him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man, I like to have Gotti's opinion on this too, but I don't know. We'll see. But hold up, who's this? Who has something to say for a guy that isn't even named Julio at birth? I know, right? Yo, what's his name?
All that. No, that's what we call him now.
Yeah, we call him Julio. His name was it Quintorius
Yeah.
Lopez.
I remember
You
the
just
first time I heard that, man, I said, no way, man. And then it went down the whole list. He's not the only one.
Yeah. He was it? It was a couple. Well, obviously you got Dakota Rain, rain on your head. Tomorrow dress. Yeah, but I'm like, come on, like Julio. Like, first of all, where'd you even get Julio? Like, his middle name is Lopez, something like that. Quantorius. How does it? I can see, you got Bill, you got William. Okay, that's life, that's forever. But you
Yeah.
got Quintorius Julio. Come on, man. I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. Man. All right. So what's more important establishing the run, the pass, or equally important?
Obviously, man, we were talking about this one because they're all equally important. But I think some of the points that you highlighted earlier with establishing the run first or making that the priority, because it'll set the tone for everything else. Like we said, the ability for the RPOs, bootlegs, all those different types of plays, open up, draw in the defense a little bit, which will open up the passing game. Take the pressure off of Jalen Hurts, you know what I mean, for the late hits, extra hits, and all that type of stuff. So
Mhm.
I pass, making that a priority, and then everything else will fall into place.
Right. Me, just like, and I'm just like you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like establishing a run is the most important thing because passing the ball without running the ball, it stops the clock. So unless you're trying to control the clock, which we are very, very good at,
Right.
passing the ball against a defense like them and an offense like theirs, passing the ball a lot to me just would not be a smart move,
Yeah.
especially if we get up first on if we come up, if we start, getting touchdown first. Passing the ball to me, that just like any other game, that just wouldn't be a smart move, especially playing against Dallas. Because we all know Dallas somehow sometimes they have that uncanny way of just coming back and scoring dumb touchdowns ridiculously ways. But yeah, like I don't know. I hope that our offensive coordinator sees that and Nick Sirianni puts a little bug in his ear. Hey, brother, you might want to start running the ball because these third and sixes and third and sevens, we can't afford that on the 45-yard line on our side of 45. Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? If anything, get down to the 45. That'd be a 55-yard. Jake's good for that. He's good for that. I'm not even worried about it. 55 yard. I'm not even worried about if it's 55 yards. That don't even matter to me. But and I'd prefer at least 35. But it is what it is. But yes, establishing the run is definitely, to me anyway, and you obviously, one of the most important things when it comes to tomorrow's game against them chumps. But then again, I don't know. It could be equally important because if they're keening on the run, if they're keening on the run and the run ain't working, in the past just as important too. But again, I yeah, you know what I mean, I don't know. Again, you don't want to you don't want to stop the clock on yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't want to stop the clock on yourself. You can give these boys more time. That's the last thing you want to do. If
Yeah.
any, like you don't want it to be the what is it the divisional round uh last year
Yeah.
when or a year and a half ago or 2 years, I'm sorry, 2 years ago when Dallas couldn't get the playoff. Like you don't want that.
Yeah.
You don't want that scenario
Right.
at
Right.
all.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Referee running the ball up. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want that because God forbid, had they got that playoff, it would have been ugly,
It'd
and
have
then
been
boys
ugly.
probably would have won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we
All
said, man, all the cowboy lovers and all of this, you know what I mean? That's sitting here watching the show or out there in general, man. We nobody ever thinks that the Cowboys, statistically and on paper and all this, are just a trash team. They're not trash. It's the fan base that makes them trash, that boils your blood, you know what I mean? That grinds your gears, you know what I'm saying? It's the fans.
yeah, and it's like Stephen A. say, like they they've had they've had plenty of good seasons. They've had great teams, but these boys can literally, and I'm not even lying to you, these boys can lose 7 games in a row. And when they win that first game, oh, that's it. You know we won. Hey, you know what that means. That means hey we got our 8 losses out the way. Hey, we coming now. Like, bruh,
It
come on,
don't matter
come on.
if it's against a 1-17, you know what I mean? They still going. That we done made it.
No, you know what they're gonna say? That's all right though, because you know why? We get the number 1 draft pick. You know what that means? That you know what that means? That means we coming next year. Like, bruh, we go again.
So
Like again,
I mean, if they get their win versus a team that's 1-7, you know what I mean?
and then what makes it bad too is that eventually it's just a matter of time. Eventually you will get back there. Oh, it could be 30 more years from now. And
Yeah,
you know what they're gonna say? I told you it was like a year. Bro, it was 60 years ago. 60 years ago, you talking about your year? Now, mind you, we would always say that too until we got ours. But guess what? Ours is way more shiny new than y'all's. Even
yeah,
though we got one, whatever. Ours
yeah,
is still way more shiny new. So I'm just like, come on. And then Stephen A. literally, he has it sold. He has it perfectly done up. I'm gonna tell you why. These all they have to do for Stephen A. to win is lose.
yeah,
That's all you gotta do. Just lose.
yep,
If you don't make it to the Super Bowl, he wins.
yeah,
If you have a bad season, he wins. If you lose in the playoffs, he wins. There's no other way around it. The only way you can set them up, you have to win the big. Even if you make it to the Super Bowl and lose, he still won. You
oh
have
yeah,
to win it. You know how hard it is to do that? It's hard to win it. We got there last year. We thought we had it. Blew it though. You know what I'm saying? So for him, literally, it's all you gotta do is lose. That's it.
yeah,
And he wins. All right. So Sports Lab and Chill says, is Hurts gonna run more or pass more? Oh, he's definitely gonna pass more. Now, yeah, he's definitely gonna pass more. The reason why he's gonna pass more is because he'll run out of the pocket, yeah, but he's gonna be looking to throw it downfield no matter what. He's not gonna. The only way he's gonna take a sack is it's gonna be taking a sack in the pocket. That's the only way he's taking a sack.
yeah.
If he has to run outside the pocket, he'll throw it away first, especially on a game of this magnitude. That's just me. What you think, Meech?
Same thing, man. And like I said, I keep bringing it up, man. I don't know the full extent of that injury, so I don't think that. I'm hoping that running isn't his first option to where he's going. You know what I mean? Just playing smart ball, making the right reads, the right plays, and I would hope that he would throw it away before he just takes those sacks in the open field.
Right, because I mean, because you can't lose yardage like that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Not against them.
yeah,
Not against them. You can. I want it to be another 49ers game. Straight up, just same way the 49ers blew them out. I want us to blow them out too.
yep,
But I mean, I don't want no reason for any ref to make a decision that costs us a game. I don't want no, because they say, well, at least that's what I used to tell my daughter when she used to play basketball. She used to get upset if they lose. Well, the refs is the refs at. And I would tell her, well, put guess what? The refs shouldn't have got to that point.
Yep.
It should never get to the point to where the refs decide the game.
Yep.
Even if it is a holding call, guess what? You should have been up by 2 scores anyway, with
Oh yeah.
16 seconds left.
Oh
So
yeah.
I ain't even trying to hear it. All right. So how will new additions, i.e., Bird from Tennessee and Julio, how will that affect our offense and the defensive schemes? Go ahead.
Hey, so I'm hoping. I would say this is another thing that really bothers me, and it's effective. They doing their job, so you can't harp on it too much. But I just the vanilla type defense that we have. I think we need to keep turning the pages a little bit more and open up the defensive playbook a little bit more and get a little bit more creative with that defense. It works. So you always have that thing where if it's not broke, don't try to fix it and all that type of stuff. So it does work. We get wins out of it, but you know what I mean. Like we said, we're playing against the Cowboys who can score at will on certain teams. You know what I mean. They can do their thing by putting up the points. So the same defensive scheme that the Cowboys been looking at for 8 games. Hopefully we change it up a little bit and we go from there, man. And Baird and all those guys are able to, change the sight picture, like we used to say in the Army, for those guys for Dak to look at.
Right. I want Sean Desai to start those stunts. Have a pull to the other side. Coming on the other side. If you got Reddick on one side, cool. Have him come on the weak side. Come out the come to that weak side or whatever. Force him to the other side and even if you got cross routes in the backfield, have people come around, do something, but draw something up to where they have something they haven't seen yet in this season in the playbook. Even if you gotta, and we all know defensive. My coaches look at other people's defensive schemes and they play off that, and look for things, or I hope that he has looked for things that when other teams have beat Dallas, pull from their playbook too. Draw it up, but draw it up to where it looks a little different, but it's the same thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Do a little, just be a little bit more creative, because again, shout out to Sean Desai for one, because he has kept us in a lot of games this season. I say at least 4 games this season he's kept us in, as far as the defense side of the ball. But in this game, bro, you need to come out with something completely new. Make sure it works. Make sure everything's clicking, because we cannot afford hiccups against these boys. We just can't,
Yeah.
because we all know that the second these boys start getting hot, it's hard to cool them down. It's hard to cool them down. And I want these boys to be ice cold going into the third quarter. Ice cold. I don't even want to warm up. Don't even warm up in the fourth. Don't even warm up. I want these boys ice cold. And like Sports Live and Chill says, yeah, don't ever put it in the refs' hands, because every time you do, it never turns out good. Never does it turn out good. All right. So with that being said, all right, who would have a better day, AJ or CD? Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one, man. That's a good one.
That's a good. That's a good one.
Hey, for the sake of the conversation, man, I'm gonna say AJ, man. But shit, that can go either way, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm with you. Like I be scratching my, like, when I came with that question, I was just like, ah, you got to look at it like this. They're gonna double AJ and they're gonna double CD.
Yeah.
That's gonna happen. But at the same time, you already know how our secondary is. So CD might get his, and AJ just might get his too. But now is it, if we do stay run focused, like I hope we do for the most part, if we do stay run focused, then is that going to affect AJ's numbers to make it to where he, like I said, he's just scratching that 125 in CD, because our secondary is somewhat, is it as good as it was last year, or I'd say as good as it should be? Are they going to take advantage of that? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Sports Life and Chill say AJ. They say, but then again, they'll be all over AJ. Exactly. They're going to be all over him. So it's gonna be hard. It's hard for me to really say AJ. What although I do think it is gonna be AJ, I just feel like there's gonna be so much emphasis put on him to not catch the ball that a lot, like I said, a lot of his numbers are gonna go to other receivers this game. But
Yeah,
even if it does, that's fine because all we're gonna say is, well, yeah, guess what? AJ didn't. He may not have got 125 like he did in the other game, the past 6 games. But guess what? So and so got this many. So and so
right,
got that many, and we still won the game. So
right.
so for us, that lets us know he didn't even have 125, and we still beat y'all.
Yep. And that just shows, yeah, just shows the, the versatility of the offense. You know what I mean? We don't have to sit here and focus the whole offense on AJ's success, which, we want, but we want all of them to be successful. So we just go from there.
Right. That's right. CD's his name ain't CD. Well, I can't remember what his name is. I think it's like they're like initials or something, some shit like that. I don't know. Who that? Vargas? Is that Vargas in the house?
Motherfuckers right here, man.
Hey, Vargas, what's good, baby? What's going on? All right, nigga, get off the show.
I don't curse no more.
All right, good. Hey, good. Hey, hey.
All right.
All right, look, hey, y'all interrupting the show now. Look, hey, this is the show now. Y'all interrupting the show. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, for those who don't know, that's my homeboy. That's my homeboy, Vargas. He's Eagles fan too. You know what I'm saying? Gotta love him. You gonna be watching the game, cuz? Yeah, my cousin Eric. He can be watching the game. For God forgive him. He's a Steelers fan, but he lives up there. He lives up there with you. So God forgive him. It ain't his fault. It ain't his fault.
I'm not honestly, man. That's my like my number 2 team, man. You remember when they were the Steagles?
Yeah, the Steagles.
Yeah,
That's
the
right.
Steagles. So people mad at the Steelers fans, man. Especially with Tomlin over there.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man, like I said, so again, I just feel like AJ's gonna do it. He's gonna scratch the surface. He's gonna scratch the surface of 125. I think he'll get it. He's gonna be just over though. It ain't gonna be it ain't gonna be a hard like 148, 145, 155. It's gonna be like 130.
Yeah.
130. It's gonna be close. So like I said, he's gonna scratch, so he's gonna get it, but it's gonna be close. That's the way I feel.
Like I was trying to get out before I was rudely interrupted. No, I hope that it does, man, because like I said, it will open up the offense if we get, Julio involved more. The run game is more. We're looking more of a complete team going into the second half of the season. You know what I mean? We don't. Our whole offense centered around, if it's effective, it's effective. We get the W. Okay, got it. But we don't want our whole offense to still be centered around AJ going into, our bye week. And then after that, because like I said, once we come out of that bye week, we're going into the gauntlet, man. That's the gauntlet, like you've been saying since preseason. So, want it to be a situation to where all we have to do is shut AJ down, and you know what I mean, and that considered a loss for us.
Right. And again, like I said at the beginning of the season, after this coming out of the bye week, that's gonna be the tail of the tape. If we can go into the bye week with one loss, to me, that's good. Because at that point in time, we can afford to lose 1 or 2 games and still be fine. Because we're gonna be 3.5 games above anybody else in the NFC outside of you know what I'm saying? Yes, I think 3.5 games. So, going into the bye week with a win, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Like I'm super cool with it. We'll be 8-1 to go into the bye week, no problems. Even though we know that one loss was kind of like a fluke, but guess what? It's still an L. And we gotta take that L the way we can get it. That's what it is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So my cousin says Dallas struggles with the elite teams. That is very true. Put pressure on Dak and he'll fold. He'll fold like a cheap tent. Absolutely.
Yeah.
A joker like a cheap tent. Who we got coming in with us? Who we got sitting down with us?
Coach
all right. Hey, for those who don't know, we got special guests. We got my man Vargas up in the building. What's good, Vargas? What's up with you?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? How y'all doing? I just arrived up here to the. I can't give you my location, but I will let you know I'm here sitting with the current motherfucker Dade County, a.k.a. the motherfucking mayor.
That's right. There we go. You know what I'm saying? Hey, say it louder for the 5,000 people we got up in here.
Hey, so if y'all don't know, y'all have 2 current mayors that's current of their city. I got the motherfucking Dade County mayor, a.k.a. 305 himself, and you're talking to Mr. 843. the motherfucking mayor.
There we go. There we go. And I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Hey, I like this. I like how it's going so far. Ooh. I tell you what though, in 15 minutes though, I gotta go because I gotta put them greens on.
So what's the current topic of discussion? Are we talking last game or are we talking upcoming game?
The upcoming game. So the upcoming game, the question was, who's gonna have a better day, AJ or CD?
It depends. Oh, you said who's better?
Better day.
Who's gonna have a better day?
I will tell you like this, and Meach will agree. It all depends on how the old coach reads the defense. It all depends on how the old coach reads the defense and his play calling. Because if the flats are open, our tight end's gonna have a great day for first down. If the secondary for Dallas is suspect, Hurts gonna have the line gonna have to protect him in order to get the strength in his arm to throw the ball out there. That's the only way that we're gonna capitalize on both of them having a good game. Now, it depends on who's lining up on AJ. It depends on who's lining. If it's height matter, then AJ all day. AJ all day.
Okay. So like I was saying, okay, so let's just say, our run game gets going, right? Our run game gets going. We're clicking on all cylinders on the run game. Of course, now that's automatically you're taking numbers away from AJ.
Yeah.
Okay. So I already know what you was going. Like I was telling me, if the run game gets popping and going, then all the receivers are going to have a problem. They're gonna have an attitude because their stats are not totaling up. And that's it can be a good thing and a bad thing because now we have Dallas off balance. If the run game gets going, we wear the defense down and then we sleep them on the pass play. We sleep them on the pass play.
Right, but now that gives opportunities for CD now to quote unquote have a better day as far as numbers are concerned. So do you care about AJ's numbers or do we care about fundamentally playing sound football and keeping the linebackers on their defense side honest?
I'm going with playing fundamentally football. I can't worry about stats right now. Let me tell you why I can't worry about stats right now. We can't afford to lose this game.
There you go.
Yeah, we can't afford. So football all day long. We cannot afford to lose. I don't care if we win by a field goal. We cannot afford to lose.
I don't care if we win by a dingleberry. It's a win. Okay, it's simple as that. I don't care what we win by, as long as it's a W on our side of the ball. That's all I care about. It's simple as that. I don't care. Yeah. So yeah, man. I don't care. I don't care what the win topic. I don't care. As long as we win. All right. So with that being said, all right. Hold up, Bart. Let me get to Wait a minute. Where's the question? Wait a minute. Let me find it. All right. All right. What's one thing you're worried about when it comes to the Eagles, and what do you feel highly about when it comes to this game? So what's one thing you're worried about?
Like I said, this
is for Vargas. This is for Vargas.
Go ahead, get that.
Okay, so what is one thing? Read it again, because damn,
we worried about with the Eagles.
I'm worried about not capitalizing on the first down. We have to protect the ball. We can't be in the red zone and allow 2 fumbles back to back like we did with the Commanders. If we don't protect the football, Dallas is going to capitalize on it. And then also we have to score on the push. We have to score on the push. If we're in the red zone or on a first down marker, we have to run the play and it has to be successful.
You want to catch this,
well, but that goes again to first and second downs. The past 3 weeks we've literally been terrible on first and second downs. So we have to capitalize on first and second downs. And when I say capitalize, it has to be third and short, like third and 2. If we can get 5 to 6 yards on first down, even 4 yards on first downs, and 3 to 4 more yards on second down, okay, then guess what? That puts us at third and 2. But we can't afford to be 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 on these boys.
Do y'all think we've been reading the flats as a good play caller?
Reading the flats is good, but again, now you got Michael Parsons coming in on each side. So Lane Johnson's got to do his job. Malata's got to do their job. Yeah. And my thing is, are they gonna force him out the pocket? I would think they would, because guess what? They want him to run because of that bad knee. So now the flats are what? The flats aren't really open like that. Now you got to improvise. Now everything's freelancing. So
We
okay,
don't even have the backfield, and we don't even do slot left, slot right for the halfback to where we can pass it to him. We don't even do that much.
I don't know, man. That's
I'm a,
things like so
for me,
so so.
I keep saying, man, I feel worried about the slow starts that we've been doing every game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Starting off slow and having to play catch up because Dallas, they are a good team, man. You know, we joke on them and shit, but their offense can score at will on certain teams. You know, and I feel good. Last game, you remember last game we had 0 penalties, so hopefully we have
Right.
that. We have that chemistry that carries over right now. We got the new addition of Bear back there in the backfield. So hopefully that chemistry carries over and we're playing smart fundamental defense on these boys to slow down that, you know what I mean, their drives.
Right. And just like my cousin says, hey, cuz like I said that earlier, we got to neutralize Michael Parsons. If we can neutralize that guy, if that guy starts to get off, that's going to fuel their defense. But we got to neutralize him, make him to where he don't get no sacks. He can get a couple of pressures here and there because that's what he do, but no sacks.
Or
And now what?
line up Julio on his side. He if he press, hey, right there, he's right there in the middle. You know what I'm saying? He come across
That's right.
the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me ask both of y'all this: being that we added Julio, do you think it's some fire up under our 2 prime receivers, or do you think Julio bring an addition to where we got that drop off coverage to where everybody doesn't know that Julio is there?
Well, I feel like a lot of the teams in the NFL, or at least in our division anyway, they feel like Julio's washed, but he got in there last week. So my thing is, if they think he's washed, I don't think they're going to be covering him like that, because guess what? Especially if it's like first and like 12, around the 12-yard line. Oh yeah, they still gonna be on Michael Parsons. I'm sorry. They're still gonna be on AJ. They still gonna be on Vontae. But you can't leave AJ. I'm sorry, Julio, 1-on-1. You to be honest, to be honest, let's keep it a buck. We got 3 number 1 receivers on our team. Point blank, period. Because you can take Vontae and put him on any other team and he'll be number 1. And Julio has already been a number 1 receiver for years. So do you really want to leave Julio 1-on-1 with 10 yards? He'll get at least 6 or 7 of them. So now you're looking at 3rd and 3 or 2nd and 3.
But what they fail to realize, though, Julio is healthy now. He's healthy.
Exactly. And by this time, he should know the playbook.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the only thing limiting him is knowledge of the playbook. And like I said, he's not a freshman. You know what I mean? He's a veteran, so he's able to, you know, comprehend these plays and put them into work. Hey, but what I was gonna say, y'all can't see it from where you at, man. But I think this motherfucker's been lifting all the goddamn weights in the gym. This motherfucker big as a motherfucker.
Hey, look at hey, I gotta keep the bitches off me, boy. Hey, bitch, I get the shaking, boy. I be want to put hands on it.
Meech, when he doubted you, was his hands cold?
Ain't nothing
ain't got no circulation. All up in here tight.
Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed.
Oh man.
What I wish though, even if we could have gave Henry a mil or 2 for a year, have him back up, would have been dangerous.
I feel like they would have had to do that, but they would have had to get rid of Gainwell. And now you're giving up. Now you're giving up Gainwell for 1 year, and now we got to come back and pick somebody else up to circumvene giving him away, especially if we don't give what's name a big deal.
I mean, just like me said, if we don't come out in the first quarter with the intensity, whether we on defense or offense, if we don't come out as dogs in the first and second quarter, Dallas gonna eat us up. And we can't afford to be down 14. We can't afford to be down 14.
Oh no, we can't do that. Cannot afford to be down 2 scores. Not on them boys, because he thrives when he's ahead. If we get the ball first, we got to score first. It's a must. We cannot afford. Put it this way, we cannot afford 2 3 and outs in a row. Can't do it.
No.
2 possessions in a row, we can't do it. It's impossible.
And
if we do that, we're doomed.
has to realize our punter is solid. Our punter is solid. If we in the 52 to 48 range, hey, put it between the goalposts.
And that's what he said. He said
I said the same thing.
Put it
I
between
said
the
the same
goalposts.
thing.
Don't even hesitate. Put it between the goalposts. That's what you're paying them for.
Hey, Jake is good for it. Jake is good for it.
Hey, the legs open. If it's 7-11, we're going to get it. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. Put that meat. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. I got you.
Hey, Jake's definitely good for it. He's definitely good for it. No, without a shot of a doubt.
I'm telling you, he good, man. He good. Trust me.
Hey, Jake's longest is like 63 yards. So I'm like, if it's a 50-yard field goal, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. It ain't no, trust it ain't automatic, but I ain't worried.
O-line on a field goal attempt. Anybody get past it. So just put it. When we go to the game tomorrow, me and me's going to talk to him.
All right. Yeah, go down the field, talk to him.
Hey,
put him off to the side. Hey, Jake, come here. Let me holler at you real quick.
So, stand up out there. If you kick every field goal, we're gonna get you some black. We're gonna tighten him up.
Put some soul in him. All right. So my cousin said, who do the Eagles have who can go one-on-one with CeeDee Lamb? Dallas loves passing across the middle. One-on-one right now, I feel like, honestly, this is just me, but I feel like Bradbury is playing a little bit better than Slade right now. Do I think Bradbury's better? No. But do I feel putting him one-on-one with CeeDee? I would go with Bradbury first before I would go to Slade. And I only say that because Slade's been getting torched here the past. Well, not torched, but torched. Slade's been getting beat a couple of times the past 4 games. So right now, Bradbury only got popped twice last game. So I'll put Bradbury on him if I had to go one-on-one. That's just me.
Yeah.
All right, Meese, what you got? Who you got?
I got us in the 4 quarters.
All right. Predictions. What you got on predictions?
Hey, but man, it's hard, man. It's hard because it can go either way. You know what I mean? Both of them can put up numbers. The defense, like he was saying earlier, man, the scheme, you know what I mean, that they're able to do and adapt to. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. You know what I mean? If anything, I think it'll be 28-24. You know what I mean? Eagles coming out on top.
I'll go halftime prediction. We up by a touchdown. We're up by a touchdown. Coming out, receiving the ball in the 3rd quarter. So we have to apply the pressure. And the momentum has to be there when we apply the pressure in order to close the game out in the 3rd. Because the top of the 4th, whoever has the ball is going to control the defense.
All right. But what's your score prediction, though?
My score prediction? I got to go with me. It's either, I say 31-24. 31-24.
Okay. That's good. I can rock with that. I can rock with both. But I feel like it's either going to be like 20 on the low ball. It's going to be 24-28. And on the high end, it's going to be 27-30. I think it's going to boil down to a field goal because, again, with Dak playing from behind, he'll do something dumb like he's going to Dak like he always do, or he'll take off the mask and be Romo and he'll throw that pick or throw a bad ball, incompletion, and in the game on 4th down.
Now, I will say one thing we can't do. We can't go to the 4th quarter and tie that motherfucker out. Oh yeah, tie it out and then go into overtime because Dallas is overtime. They're very treacherous.
Yeah. Hey, back in the day, the Giants were like that too. Like that's one team you did not want to see in overtime was the Giants. Yeah, but now they don't even matter now because you got long neck Danny out there. But yeah, but I don't know. Like I said, man. So look, for that's going to end our show because I like to keep it about an hour.
Right.
And I'm quite sure y'all got things you got to do over there.
Yeah.
So with that, hey, Bargains, thank you, Bargains, for coming out, man. Thanks for joining the show. We got to have you on a couple more often. I know this guy, he ain't never come on the show because he's too busy entertaining, but that's cool because he probably got something on the grill right now. And I'm with it.
That too.
So, yes, he do. He do. He got something on the grill.
Nah,
he got a 400 with it.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So, so look, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Hey, everybody. Hey, again, for those out there still watching, all 3,000 of y'all, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn those notifications on. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, we're gonna holler at y'all, and we're gonna see y'all next on the post game show once we get this dub. All right. So 8-1, here we come.
Boys, man, all the Cowboy Nation is on here, man. I was asking them, does anybody got a VCR? Because my boys got in trouble, so I can show them the last time they played in the Super Bowl. Anybody got a VCR I can borrow?
It's a is it on Betamax? Is it on Betamax?
Betamax.
Because if it ain't on Betamax, it don't matter. If it ain't on Betamax.
Hey, well, I guess
Is it on Betamax?
I guess they ain't watching it then.
Yeah, I guess not. All right, man. Hey, thank y'all for coming out, man. Appreciate y'all. I'll holler at y'all in the post game. All right.
Yep. Cool. Yep.
Right, peace.
Fellow on the